seem quite calm, unless there are things brewing beneath the surface that I have not seen yet.
I have not seen much of anything either. Although I really would like to know who is hunting Mozzie.
I've learned nothing of that yet. I'm sorry to say. And she hasn't really provided me with any further information.
I don't think she has any more than what she's told you so far. I have noticed there are very few humans that Mozzie will traipse around with.
It's an honor that she trusts me, yeah.
I knew she would.
The light of Mitra does help, I suppose. The person understands what that means, and they understand there's some virtue within me.
I see quite a lot of virtue within you. Don't sell yourself short.
It's gonna make me blush, and then this red mask will really blend in well.
And you have not taken it off since, have you?
I do sometimes, I just don't like to. It was very traumatic, you know. Very traumatic. Losing just about everybody I knew. I feel like many people have gone through a similar thing in these lands, so it's not that special, but it doesn't make the pain any less.
It is a part of who you are and makes you who you are, Gorga. Things are not always a happy time, but we learn from both. It is that we learn that is the main thing.
Right.
Seeing Kaz and the nickname. I feel like I should laugh when he calls me it, but I just can't right now. Kaz is what one would call Kappa. They were soul eaters. Turtles.
Oh.
But the god of sun brought him and his brother out of that. Made them better. Made them his representatives, as it seems Mitra has made you. Kaz explained it, but I don't think Kitty quite got what he was saying. He can be very funny, but some people do not always get his humor.
Seems like a jovial fellow. I liked his personality.
His nickname for me has, as far as I can remember, has always been Shishi. Here comes Shishi. And the way he says it is funny. But I was most wanting to ask Mozzie what she meant.
Meant about what?
When I transformed in front of her, she knew me right away. She said that her soul knew me. And yet every time I think of her, I can remember one called Miao Yi. They have almost the same exact voice. I don't know. I will learn it in time, I guess.
Beyond, we're very perceptive, and Mozzie's probably a little more perceptive of them.
Correct.
Also, is it just me, or is this ceiling a bit leaky? They're really gonna have to fix that. It's gonna cause problems.
Yeah, it is a little bit leaky in here.
There's a lot of problems in there.
Yeah.
Surprised the professor's not here yet. Starting about 13 minutes or something. Yeah. Who knows? Maybe class is canceled.
That's another reason I joined. Actually, it was to help you out with this whole thing. I know you were growing short on guards and whatnot, and I thought I'd help you out.
Indeed.
Not only this, but sometimes I did disagree with how things were handled, so I thought maybe some form of aid in decision and planning would be, appreciated.
Indeed. And my resignation is no reflection on your performance and your position. I try to make that very clear. It's something that had been slowly creeping into my mind more and more as I drifted further and further away from my own tribal ways, so to speak, my own nature. But I also saw a few things in the way Captain practices that it's not my place to tell him to change. Therefore, I decided that it's just best for him to find a team that suits his methods better, so to speak.
Also, just for formalities, it's now Lord Commander for him.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
That's it's lovely.
It's whatever. I just let him have what he wants. Besides, it's just a name, it's just a title, it's just a word. So it's fine. I was extremely surprised when he was still calling himself captain to you said he was calling you commander?
Yes, you see where some of my concerns were growing. The captain, the Lord, whatever. he has self-proclaimed memory issues, and I think I wrote him probably 4 or 5 letters during my employment, and I don't think I received a single letter in response. I felt like I was putting myself in more and more danger under his leadership. And again, I'm not here to badmouth him. I'm just, his methods and mine maybe just didn't mesh very well. I'll word it that way, so to speak.
I don't know how many years of experience he has in the military at all. I think he said 60.
Oh my, I thought he was 60 years old. He must have started at a young age. But perhaps he truly is growing senile, and this is no laughing matter in that case. Perhaps this is something that you and Olivia should speak about, because lives are in his hands, I mean, this is a serious issue.
Perhaps I could potentially take his place and maybe get him to retire.
Indeed.
But yes, and another thing is, only recently I learned that he existed. I'd never seen him prior to 2 weeks ago, or not even a week and a half.
Yes, he said. I'm sorry.
Oh, do you want to hear something funny?
I'm just laughing because it's such a relief to know that he's actually well, because I thought he was having a severe mental breakdown the other day. So it's good to hear that he's up and well. That's why I'm laughing. I'm very jovial for him. Yes, go on.
Okay, something that's actually funny. Yesterday, there were weapons being crafted for guards, and notes being taken, and Lord Commander was supposed to be teaching Mule how to craft these weapons. I might have looked at him a little sideways at some point, but regardless, that's not the funny point. Lady Olivia was there, and I think he might have a thing for her. So at one point, Lady Olivia just kind of, turns a little abruptly, and Lord Commander goes ahead and mentions, Lady Olivia, please hold your skirt. I saw your panties.
That is bizarre. I think he
I'm
might
sorry, what did I just hear from up here?
I think he might be gaining dementia. This is actually a very big concern. This is serious.